Exteriors reporter. I have news for you, and I am going to invite the Joe Macho on the podcast. As I mentioned, another identity me, but as I mentioned, the strike is going on, and who better than the person who is going to talk to AI than a former dock worker himself. He has a show, Joe Macho's experiences with eBay. I mean retail. I get confused sometimes. But his experiences working on the dock in JCPenney, even though it's not a dock on boats, he had an experience working with freight. So I'll get him on the podcast. So Joe, take it away. Alright. Here we go. I worked on the dock for how many years in JCPenney? I was a dock worker. And some of the conditions weren't that easy. I don't want to mention what we had to do going for bags. We didn't have the type of lifts that we needed. We had to climb ladders, which possibly were dangerous at the time. And don't forget, they didn't necessarily have the technology that they do. It's a short space. So you take that in mind. And I'm going somewhere with this. We had to use ladders. We had to climb on top of stuff on a high area from what we were known for. And we had to get some bags. Or whatever from the top of the area. Now, sometimes you were worried that, oh shit, what happens if I lose my balance and fall? This was the reality. Sometime in Christmas time, these boxes were all the way up there, and you had to climb a ladder to get it. It's not like the technological advances where you had to have experience with a forklift. And that's, how it is. But what am I getting at? You have workers who probably go through that trouble knowing that technology could possibly improve the way they do business. Maybe you have... How do you deal with that problem? So I'm going to interview AI on this one. Because they may have information that's valuable, and we could try to get down to the bottom of this in this podcast. So I ask, got a question. What is the common ground with the U.S. dock strike? Could you explain it to me? What do the dock workers do? They get the basics of what they do. Just so they understand. You understand a little bit of my job in retail, so I'm gonna, finding out the importance of what they do will help. So what do they say? And just so you know, main reason why I'm doing this is because people need to know that, you don't just get your stuff and that's it. There's work involved with it. And I'm going to play this right now. It's being a fickle. It doesn't want to say it, but we're going to get him to say it. Hold on 1 second. Nah, it's being a fickle. It's not letting me get to it. We're gonna get it to speak. Hold on a minute. I am having technical difficulties. Got it.
The recent U.S. dock strike involves tens of thousands of dock workers on the East and Gulf coasts. The common ground in the strike centers around key issues like wages, job security, and the impact of automation on their roles. Dock workers, represented by the International Longshoremen's Association, are pushing for better pay and protections against job losses due to increased automation at ports. Dock workers' roles: loading and unloading cargo. They handle the transfer of goods between ships and the port, ensuring that cargo is moved efficiently and safely. Operating heavy machinery. Dock workers often operate cranes, forklifts, and other equipment to move large containers and heavy goods. Inspecting and maintaining equipment. They check the condition of machinery and containers to ensure everything is in working order and safe for use. Managing inventory. Keeping track of cargo, ensuring that it is correctly documented and stored in the right locations. This strike is significant because it affects ports that handle about half of all U.S. imports and exports, potentially disrupting the supply chain and impacting prices. Is there a specific aspect of the strike or dock workers' roles you're particularly interested in?
Just wondering. What technological improvements can be done with the strike? We figure we ask a question, get it going, and see what happens. You know, that's how it is. And, you know, AI is going to be going good with this one here. So let's hear what they have to say. This is Microsoft CoPilot. And we got booted out. Not booted out, but... Okay, let me play this. No. See, whenever I want to try to play something, it doesn't work, but now it's going.
Technological improvements can play a significant role in addressing some of the concerns raised during strike actions, particularly in industries like dock work. Here are a few ways technology can help. Automation and robotics. Efficiency. Automated systems can handle repetitive and dangerous tasks, improving efficiency and safety. Job transition. While automation can reduce some manual jobs, it can also create new roles in maintenance, programming, and oversight of automated systems. Data analytics. Predictive maintenance. Using data analytics to predict when equipment will fail can reduce downtime and improve safety. Optimized operations. Analyzing data to optimize cargo handling and storage can streamline operations and reduce costs. Communication tools. Real-time updates. Advanced communication tools can provide real-time updates to workers, improving coordination and reducing misunderstandings. Remote work. For administrative roles, remote work technologies can offer flexibility and improve work-life balance. Training and education. Virtual reality, VR, can be used for training workers in a safe, controlled environment, helping them adapt to new technologies and procedures. Online learning platforms. These platforms can provide continuous education opportunities, helping workers upskill and stay relevant in a changing job market. Safety enhancements. Wearable technology. Wearables can monitor workers' health and safety, providing alerts for hazardous conditions. Drones. Drones can be used for inspections and monitoring, reducing the need for workers to be in potentially dangerous situations. Implementing these technologies requires careful planning and collaboration between management and workers to ensure that the benefits are shared and that workers are supported through transitions. Are there any specific technologies or improvements you're curious about?
I'm asking another question. For the trainings, wouldn't it be good to hook up with a local school for credits for this training to cut costs? And also another question. How much would all of this cost? How much is in the budget for this right now?
Partnering with local schools or community colleges for training programs is a fantastic idea. This approach can provide several benefits. Cost reduction. Schools often have existing facilities and resources, which can significantly lower the cost of training. Accreditation. Workers can earn credits or certifications, adding value to their professional development. Community engagement. Strengthening ties with local educational institutions can foster community support and collaboration. Strategies to reduce training costs. Leverage free resources. Utilize free online courses and materials. Microlearning. Break down training into smaller, manageable segments. In-house expertise. Use internal experts to conduct training sessions. Digital tools. Implement e-learning platforms to reduce the need for physical resources. Cost and budget considerations. The cost of implementing these technological improvements can vary widely based on the scale and specific technologies used. Here are some general cost considerations. Automation and robotics. Initial setup can be expensive, but long-term savings on labor and efficiency gains can offset these costs. Data analytics and communication tools. These can range from affordable software subscriptions to more costly custom solutions. Training programs. Partnering with local schools can reduce costs, but there may still be expenses related to curriculum development and instructor fees. As for the current budget, it would depend on the specific organization and its financial planning.